A galactic message for the lightworkers on planet Earth. Now, before I get into things, I just want to specify what the difference is if you're to click on a channeled message video for lightworkers. Most likely, that's going to be a universal message, which means the best way I like to describe it is picture a marble. Planet Earth, all our planets, space, everything that we know is in this marble, okay? You can go outside of that marble and go to other marbles that have completely different realities, different universes, right? And usually when you click on a video that says, channeled message for lightworkers, it's coming from that person's ancestors, guides, angels, whatever, right? It could be coming from Jesus or Archangel Michael. All of these beings are associated to our universe, right? And so a galactic message would be a message from beings that are in a different marble. And ever since 2014, when I tried to take my life and Archangel Michael appeared, I've had all kinds of crazy visitations and out-of-body experiences, and I've started to remember things. And I remember having a conversation, since I'm not from this marble, and it's the reason why I don't resonate with this low vibrational reality. I remember having a conversation with a being as we were in this other marble, looking in on this reality and discussing, the game plan. For a long time, the plan to liberate Earth has just been sending light workers there to open up their heart and try to liberate this place. But it's just been lemming after lemming falling off the cliff. It's been a failed plan for a very long time. And I was having a discussion with this being, even though I was seeing him as all clear. A lot of beings don't want me knowing what they look like, probably after what I did to my old highest guide. But we were having this conversation. We were discussing this plan, and there's a lot of incompetence regarding the beings that are watching this place and the things that are going on. It's quite mind-blowing. But we were discussing what was happening to light workers on planet Earth, and the majority of them fall in two categories. Either you succumb to your trauma and you turn to drugs, alcohol, sex to numb and mask the pain, or the other popular option with light workers on this planet is you become blinded by the light. And basically what that means is the purity in your heart just can't take the darkness of this reality. So what you do is you just surround yourself with light and ignore the reality of this earth that we're living on. However, the main goal for a light worker coming here is to come down here, look at your trauma, heal it, open up your heart, be love, but then embrace your shadow side and use it to make the changes that are needed on this planet. And a lot of spiritual people will think that, we're in this reality where everyone was forced to take things and stuff's falling from the sky because this is what it's meant to be. But the truth is, this is just one reality. And if you look at the reality that we're living in right now, it's quite clear to notice that we didn't fall on the highest timeline. Not the lowest timeline, but not the highest timeline either. And that is basically because, lightworkers definitely didn't pull their weight. They didn't do all the inner work, over the past years. It's just been a failed system. But, what we need to become aware of is that, we are not all equal down here. In the spiritual community, they're going to try to tell you things like, if you're spiritual and you're on planet Earth, here's your participation ribbon. In elementary school, when we had sports day, there was one event that I wanted to win every single year more than any other one, and that was the fastest runner. Our class would line up, a few classes, and we'd run from point A to point B, and there was nothing more than I wanted to get than a first place ribbon in that. But I ran like Tom Brady, and so I got last every single time. And, I'm glad I didn't get a participation ribbon because I got last every single time, and I didn't deserve a first place. I didn't even deserve a participation ribbon. And this is what's happening with a lot of spiritual people on planet Earth. They'll say we're all equal, no one's better than anyone, these chosen ones don't matter, this and that. Here's a participation ribbon. You're 40 pounds overweight spiritual, you eat Twinkies and put garbage in your body, and you haven't healed your trauma. Here's a participation ribbon. Yeah, you know what? The job you're doing is just as transformational as the one Yeshua did when he came down here. So don't worry, we're all equal. Okay, we're not all equal. There's many spiritual people that aren't pulling their weight. You know, you preach, be the world you want to be, but how come so many of these individuals in the spiritual community aren't doing the healing work? You know, you look at how many people are overweight. And as someone that, you know, stared suicide in the face, game recognizes game, and I can see depression. And when you're 20, 30, 40, 100, 200 pounds overweight, that's the first sign that you're depressed. You don't love yourself enough to put the Twinkie down. So why are you avoiding the inner work? You're a healer, but you're 40 pounds overweight. You know, I've worked with shamans that have been awake for 40 years, healing people that are carrying hatred towards men because they haven't healed their childhood traumas. I've worked with shamans that tried to screw me over in business deals. I've interacted with people that preach love but then tried to scam me. You know, there's so much inner work here on planet Earth, and you need to stop being satisfied with your participation ribbon. Go within and start doing the inner work. Make some changes on this planet, okay? We're not all equal. Start pulling your weight.